Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to All Things Dope. This is episode 3. My name is Chris Vargas. I am here with my co-host.
Yo, it's Ben. What's up?
Alright, so this week we got some new things going on. The biggest thing that came out in this past week, I would say, is new consoles. Everybody's talking about the new PS 4.5, PS 4K, PS Neo. What do you think about it, man?
You're just talking about PS. I mean, hello, Xbox. Yeah,
I'm a Sony fanboy.
And I'm an Xbox, so Microsoft. So,
right.
But yeah, both companies are looking to come out with a new console, but they're not necessarily dubbing it as the new console.
Right, exactly. They're not proclaiming that it's a refresh, a reboot, or anything. It's just an extension of, which honestly I'm not a fan of.
Really, the only benefits I've been hearing about are higher resolution, 4K, and more sustainable higher frame rates.
Right.
And, I mean, honestly, that's cool for me.
It's awesome.
I have 4K TV, so obviously I will be able to reap the rewards, but not everybody will. And so, it's mixed emotions going on right now, but what do you think the industry is going with this?
Man, honestly, I think it's all about money. And I say that in the fact that, number one, Sony needs to make more money, and Xbox needs to sell more Xboxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's the push, and they're trying to get to be where they're almost like cell phones. Every 2 years, they're re-upping. Every 2 years, because if you'll notice, they're trying to adapt that model, right? They're trying to do a refresh. It's not a giant leap, but it's just enough to get you to the next level, and that's the thing that's frustrating to me. Is it's not because it's not cool to have 4K. 4K is awesome. But the thing that's frustrating is that, you know, we were told that the lifespans of these consoles would be, like, amazing. The PlayStation 3
10 years.
Yeah, 10-year consoles. Now it's not a 10-year console. It's a 3-year console. Going on a 2-year console. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
and
man.
It's one of those things where it's like, I get it. We all are in the business to make more money. But come on, son. You mean to tell me that we can't just put a little adapter into our console right now and it would do all the same things? We have to go out and spend an extra $400 just to be on board?
And on that note, I actually think the industry's going more of a modular style console where
that would be awesome.
You're going to be able to upgrade your RAM, you're going to be able to upgrade your GPU, and be able to sustain those higher resolutions and higher frame rates. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be a new console every 6 years. Instead, it's going to be more of, here's a new GPU you can install on your PlayStation, and here's a new RAM stick you can stick into your Xbox One. Right. So that's basically where I feel the industry's going with this. But
so basically, PC Master Race.
Pretty much.
Shout out to Justin, PC Master Race.
Justin.
Anyways, and that's fine, but I feel like it becomes fragmented. I feel like you're going to have people who are still using the regular PS4, and then the PS 4.5, and then the PS5, PS 5.5. I think you're going to have all of these different iterations of games, and it's just going to... I think it's going to split the market to a point where it's not fun anymore.
Well, I mean, PC. I mean, that's
PC,
basically what PC is right now.
That's exactly what PC is.
You got people with different levels of PCs and different graphics cards, but they all still play on the same servers, and that comes back to the play where they announced that cross-platform online play, and so that's basically going to allow that to happen seamless without somebody being left behind.
Right. That's the way it feels, right? That feels like, okay, let's make sure that they're not left behind, but really, it's just a cash grab. Just like remasters. Remasters are a cash grab. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We've already played the games. We've already beat the games. We already got the trophies. Why do I need to buy this game again?
Well, that brings us to our next point.
Exactly. The Arkham Knight, Return to Arkham.
Yep.
The new Batman series is going to be just a remaster. That's all it is. It's going to be a remaster of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. And if they have a collector's edition, I may look at it. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to look at it because I am a Batman fan. I have all of the games, beat all the games, got the trophies. But now I'm like, especially with the PS 4.5 on the way in November, and this thing comes out, I want to say in October or September. So I'm like, what's the point? what's the point of even buying it?
Well, we know how you feel about remasters, and actually, I'm a little more mixed on that. Basically, yeah, I don't think they should have remastered the Batman Arkham series, but there are some games, especially older games, that I feel would be a good remaster, like the Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah, everybody goes with 7. Yeah.
Definitely excited about it. Yeah, exactly. So there are some games that I feel that remastering is appropriate, but I don't know about the Arkham series.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. And what it goes to for remasters, and I can see where they're coming from, is they're trying to capture that audience that didn't get to play the game the first time. They didn't have a PS3. And so now that they have PS4s, now they have the opportunity to go back in there and buy it. And that could be fun. So I can understand where they're coming from as far as that angle goes. But really, it's just a cash grab. It's like when movie studios rush out and they make these movies to making sequels to movies that nobody wants to see any sequels to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Speaking of Jason Bourne, they made that sequel with Jeremy Renner, Bourne Legacy, and people didn't run out to go see it because number one, it's not Jason Bourne. How can it be a Jason Bourne movie with Jason Bourne? Cash grab. That's how.
Exactly.
All right. So now, but they're getting back to the original Jason Bourne. They just dropped the trailer last night.
I saw it.
For the new Jason Bourne. What'd you think?
It looked amazing. Although I'm not too much of a Jason Bourne fan. I think I watched the first 2 movies. But I'm actually getting pretty excited about this one. I don't know really anything much about it.
Jason Bourne, man. I feel like he is James Bond, but anti-James Bond in his thinking. You know what I mean? Because he's super dope, almost assassin-like type of a dude. He goes out on these, Blackwater missions, these, under the book missions, and he goes out and he does his thing. But he had his memory wiped from a gunshot that he had in the very first one, so he kind of caught a bit of amnesia. And so from that point, he's been trying to rebuild his life, trying to piece it back together, figure out who he is, what he's been doing, and what he's there for. You know what I mean? So I think this is really cool because in this movie, he knows who he is. He's remembered everything.
Oh, okay.
And so finally, in movie 4, he's remembered everything.
So they haven't, up until this point, he's not remembering.
So in the third movie, he did know what happened.
Okay.
But they kind of show him go after it and try to shut that program down. Well, now in part 4, he's starting to remember just a little bit more, trying to piece back. And it's just a story of him trying to piece back together his life. And it should play out really well, especially with Matt Damon. He's making gold right now. The Martian is an amazing movie. So I would imagine that Jason Bourne, from the trailer, that one hit a quitter, that was like beautiful.
Boom! Yeah, that was awesome.
That dude.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited. If nothing else, I'm just super excited to see a lot of action. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, another trailer we saw.
Another action-filled trailer. Magnificent Seven. Denzel Washington. Chris Pratt.
I'm excited. This is going to be exciting.
It's legit.
A nice Western, too,
exactly.
honestly.
I think that's what's making me so excited. Because we haven't seen a good Western in a while. Back in the day, Westerns used to be the comic book movies of the movie genre. They were everywhere. Everybody was making Westerns. And so they died out because they made a couple stinkers and then a couple more stinkers, and eventually that fell out. And then horror movies came in. Horror movies were running the game for a while, and they made a couple stinkers, a couple more stinkers, and then those fall off. And then comic book movies came out.
Yeah, and
comic book movies has been successful. There's been a few stinkers. Looking at you, Fantastic Four. But ultimately, we've come up to a point where these movies are solid. So now to have a fresh breath of a Western movie,
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
what did you like most about the trailer?
Chris Pratt and his gunslinging skills. Oh my! I was like, wow, that's
He's jumping around, shooting with the little 6-shooter.
Yeah,
something about a 6-shooter is awesome. It's just it's clean, it's vintage, and it's super manly. I think that's what makes it so dope.
It's gritty.
Yes,
that's what it is.
It's really gritty. A 6-shooter.
That's awesome.
I need to give me a 6-shooter. Now the thing that I like, and I think because I know that we had a kind of a Western story with the Hateful Eight, but to be honest, I think that missed a lot of the Western aspects, the Western elements. Like, there's nothing doper than watching these super cool cowboys on horses running through the desert, running through the canyons, shooting guns. I like that. And that didn't really happen in The Hateful Eight. And so for us to be able to see that in the Magnificent Seven, I think it'll be dope. Plus, the Magnificent Seven storyline is dope already because it's based off of the Seven Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Where a guy, it's based off of a super old samurai movie. I'm gonna mess up the director's name, so I'm not gonna attempt it. But it is an amazing movie. It's basically the exact same thing, but instead of samurais, they use outlaws, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
You seem so excited about
I am. No, I really am. And when's it coming out?
Sometime this summer, I want to say. I'm not sure for sure. I was so blown by the trailer, I didn't even catch the date. That's how awesome it was.
Okay.
But I did watch it a few times, so I'll figure it out. But anyways, the next big thing that we have going on, they finally did confirm, straight up confirm, Deadpool 2. It's going to be awesome.
It's amazing. It's same director, too.
Yes,
He's
same
able to come back.
yes.
He has no time restraints.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's not going to shoot out a sequel that's not going to be worth, the first movie.
Right.
It's not going to be worth the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And so definitely excited about it. And there are talks about it. Of course, it's going to be rated R.
Right.
So they're not going to try to make it a PG-13 movie.
Right.
They are coming back with a rated R rating. And so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things, once you've gone rated R, you can't go back down.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
can't.
And I can understand how they would if they incorporate the X-Men, because they're going to have to.
Yeah,
So X-Men's are like family movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas Deadpool is it's an adult movie, straight up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's an adult movie. But I do love the fact that they're bringing the whole creative team back for Deadpool 2. They're bringing back the director, bringing back the writers, they're bringing back the producers, they're bringing about for the most part, the same actors. Of course, obviously, Francis is gone, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is one of the things that I really am super excited about that he said about the movie was that although they're giving him more money, it's going to take his time. He's going to make sure that it doesn't suck. Because we've seen sequels to big, huge movies that they've given more money to.
Yeah.
And they're just not as good.
Exactly.
Age of Ultron, it's decent, but it's basically a copy and paste of the first movie.
Exactly. Yep.
With a new villain who almost plays the exact same as the last one. So it's not as good as it could have been. And I don't know who to blame that on. You know what I mean? Joss Whedon, he's a great director. But was it a one-off?
I don't
You
know,
know?
man.
And that's what's scary about Deadpool, too, is that you have the same director. You have the same writer. So you would think automatically it's going to be magic. But we've seen other sequels that have the same writers, same directors. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 had all the same creative team.
Yep.
And that movie just didn't hit.
Yep.
All right, so I really do think that the Deadpool team will pick up right where they left off, and I think it'll be amazing. I really don't think that they're gonna miss a step. Ryan Reynolds loves the character so much. He's not gonna let anybody hurt his baby.
He's having fun.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun. He's just gonna have a lot of fun and make a lot more money. Because for the first movie, you only got paid like $2 million, which is still a ton of money, but
not anywhere near what they made off of it.
Robert Downey Jr. is making like $50 million. So to kind of put that into perspective, and what movie was better, Age of Ultron or Deadpool? Yeah. Deadpool is way better. So with all of that, guys, that's going to bring us to a close today. Again, my name is Chris Vargas.
Yo, and I'm Ben. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you liked anything in the video, drop a like down at the bottom. And of course, subscribe for weekly videos. Thank you.
We out. Peace.